Tonight we're doing our final every plate meal. It's a garlic rosemary chicken, and it came with carrots, sweet potatoes, regular Yukon Gold potatoes, rosemary, chicken, garlic, and chicken stock. And we're gonna need salt and pepper, oil, butter, and flour. So the ingredients that they sent, we've had potatoes in every meal so far. They sent 2 boneless chicken breasts, probably a little smaller than what we would get from the store. So we're gonna preheat the oven to 450, wash and dry all the produce, and we're gonna trim and peel the carrots, sweet potatoes, and Yukon Gold potatoes, and we'll strip the rosemary. We're gonna toss them all together with a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and roast them on a pan for about 15 minutes until they soften. And then we're gonna slice the onion and some garlic. They didn't send the garlic again in this recipe, so we're just using garlic from our fridge. That's already chopped, which is easier anyways. So then we're gonna pat the chicken dry, put salt and pepper and a little flour on it, fix it in a medium-high heat skillet, 5 to 6 minutes on each side. And then while the chicken's cooking in a small bowl, we're gonna combine the onion, some oil, salt and pepper, and then we're gonna top the veggies with the seasoned onions and return them to the oven for another 12-15 minutes. And then we're gonna make a sauce. And it's going to be garlic, chopped onion, remaining rosemary, salt and pepper. We're going to add the stock concentrate and some water, and we're going to simmer it till it's thickened and add in a little butter. And we're going to slice it up and plate it. So here we go. This recipe has been a lot of chopping. So we've got the chicken, has flour, salt and pepper, the oil. Probably could be hotter. We'll turn that up. So the oil is in the pan, and now we're to take part of these chopped onions. They're seasoned with, I use that garlic olive oil because I think it tastes good. And so we're to sprinkle them over this. And you're to do part of it, and then reserve part of the onions for the sauce that you're gonna make. So you're gonna put some onions over top of this. I imagine because the onions cook faster. It didn't say that on the paper, but I don't know why else you would do that later, is that the onions would caramelize and cook faster. So, all right, so we're gonna let the chicken cook for 5 to 6 minutes on each side. And we're gonna put these in for another 15 minutes. And then we're gonna make a sauce with these onions. And we'll be back. So we've got our sauce simmering. Listen, okay, apparently they sent 2 things of chicken stock concentrate, and I used them both for another meal. So fortunately I had one of these little stock things on hand, so I added some water and we're letting that simmer down and thicken up a little bit. These veggies, I need to give them a toss, but holy moly, they smell so good because they're coated with that garlic olive oil that I use, and then that rosemary, salt and pepper. It's carrots, sweet potatoes, and regular potatoes. And then the chicken's resting, and I've got a pat of butter ready to go into the sauce, and then we'll plate it up. All right, so it's not the prettiest, but I tasted the sauce and it's really good. And we're very fancy with our paper plates, so we're gonna dig in. And I will say this is the first time out of all these meals that we've had roasted veggies left over on the tray. So if anybody wants to go back and get another portion, it's available. So the final verdict on every plate's garlic rosemary chicken is that it was very garlic and rosemary-ish. So I used the garlic olive oil, and I probably wouldn't do that again with this dish because it was pretty heavy on the garlic. And then also their little chicken stock concentrate, I must have used that in another recipe. And so I used my own, and it had herbs in it, so it made it just a little bit saltier than, but again, that's my user error. So we ate it all, and my husband is finishing it off with a bowl of Fruit Loops for dessert because he's still hungry. So I'll say this about every plate, is it's just enough food for 2 people, and for 2 people with modest appetites, I guess. If you like a bigger portion, you may have to add a salad and some bread, or at least a dessert or something. So, but yeah, it was good.